need to take all the ingredients inside with the kitchen stuff. Sleep. Good puppy. Mail. Oh. Oh. Derek, meet me at the blacksmith's and don't keep me waiting. All right, big boy. All right, big boy. I see you. Hey, we got a feather. Touching you. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. What's up here? Need water. Yeah. Even had a little heart above Martz's name. Okay. No. I need a watermelon, and I need a salted watermelon. You need 4 rooster feathers. Okay, I've got 1. Don't have a monster fang yet. Have I sent the ship 20 bugs? I've shipped 34. Okay. I should probably talk to Adeline. Whoops. Capital has a long tradition of coffee, but that also makes it a bit richer. I'm glad I can experiment with new drinks here in Mystria. Now, where did I put that spice blend? Turn in request. Oh, yeah, thank you for the salted watermelon. It's a bit of an acquired taste. I wonder if anybody else in Mystria likes it. My grandma used to love salted watermelon. Why not take the edge off that summer heat with a fresh hairstyle? Ooh. Morning. See you in a minute, big boy. Well, thank you, Derek. What a tasty looking watermelon. Swiftwind is going to be delighted. He certainly deserves it. He's such a good horse. Got just what you need to spruce up your home. What's wrong with my home? Mystery is such a charming little town, isn't it? Everyone's so fashionable. I feel right at home. Okay. Let us see what March has got going on. I didn't think you'd actually show. I hear you've been making yourself useful around town. Everybody only has good things to say about you. It's been lots of fun helping out. Fun. Ugh. We both know what's actually going on here. Oh, please, you're in way over your head. You come out here, no money, no experience, and think you can just fake your way through running a farm. And now everyone in town acts like it was you who won the first place blacksmithing trophy 3 years running. It's all fun and games now, but the second things actually get tough, I'm sure you're going to ditch Mystery and its problems. I'm not going anywhere. We'll see. You think you can hack it for a long haul? Here. If you fail, you can't blame it on a lack of help from me. Who knows, maybe you'll surprise me. I'll be keeping an eye on you. See you around, Derek. I say. Where's Adeline? There you are, Derek. We just heard from the Royal Society of Entomologists. They approved our application for the apiary and terrarium program. Congratulations, and here's the included equipment they provided to get you started. Best of luck on your bug hunting. Sweet. Apiaries and terrariums can be placed outside in your farm and then filled with bees and bugs, respectively. Apiaries can be filled with different kinds of bees to help produce different kinds of honey based on rarity. For example, putting 4 legendary bees into an apiary will cause it to produce legendary honey. Similarly, terrariums will produce different bug pheromones and fish bait based on the rarity of its bugs. Every 3 days, your bees and bugs will request a certain kind of food. When you feed them, bees will give you honey, while bugs will give you bug pheromones or fish bait. Bug pheromones can be used on open ground to summon a bug for you to catch. The rarity of the summoned bug will match the rarity of the bug pheromone used. Similarly, fish bait can be used on open water to summon a fish that you can then catch. Hi, Dread. The rarity of the summoned fish will match the rarity of the fish bait used. Finally, fish bait can also be used to load the fish trap on the west side of the beach. Goodness gracious, that was a lot. Request for cheese. Alright, that's all the wood. There's our first bee. How you doing, Dread? Good, just got Tyranil, 60% off. Ooh. I'll double check. I think I wanted that at one point. I hope you enjoy it, Dread. Weekend's going well so far. Okay. Just executed a combo on the grass. Doing some Dyson spheres first. Dyson sphere first. I cannot speak. Incapable. Kind of stuck on Slay the Spire 2 at the moment, since it doesn't require the use of my numb fingers. Also, it's fun. Yeah, I played it a little bit when it first came out, and I need to get back to it. It's been a while. Just go inside. Just I'm also going to see you. I think I have a magic scan to attend. Excellent. I am sure you will have the bestest time. Yeah, I agree, Twig. It's a nice feature. Word of hell. Making a material bus feel like I could do an alphabet Latin Factorial. Factorial is another one I need to play again. Blame Ever for getting me back on that kick. Factory games be good dopamine. Yes. Yes. I don't think that worked. Give me 1 sec. I want to see if I've got one mismatched. Or mismatched isn't the right word, but configured incorrectly. Aha. Okay. All right. Oops. Wait. The mystery fart has been identified and has been corrected. Oh, bullhorn. Ooh. Hey now. Call outside. What the heck does a bullhorn do? A horn dropped by a bull used in a variety of crafting recipes. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. Let's see. I've really got to get these more organized. Everything is chaos. Okay. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Let's go. Let us go to the mines. What do you want? Make it quick. Ugh. No comment. Ooh, what a crit. We yearn for the mines. What's your song, Tiny? A monster shell. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Medium essence stone. Used to charge a magic tool for 10 days. Consume for 50 essence. Interesting. That's that monster horn I need, I think. Monster fang, that is. I'll need that for the next Saturday. Because I think Louis is the one that wanted that. Yeah, I hear you. I just won the 14th floor. I need to get to the 15th. Alright. Now I can go. Send inside. Send inside. Thank you, Tiny. Just don't have enough time. That's why. That's fair. No. No work in this one. Okay. I've really... Maybe tomorrow's the day. I've got to get this inventory situated. It's out of control. Ornamental ruby. It's just a decorative rock. Okay. No, it's... There. You live there now? That way. Hi, Ren. Hi, Gecko. Which one of you... who drove? That's a good look. Adventures. I'm pretty sure I had like a fishing outfit. Fishing vest, yes. Let's do that. And then pants. Did I have fishing pants? Shorts? Let's just go regular pants. I don't know if there was like fishing boots. There was. Yes, and then we'll wear a flowing cape just to complement the outfit. That's funny, there's presets. Okay. Time. I drove it like I stole it. Fantastic. All right. Nothing to harvest today. Just a whole bunch of watering. The bees. Hi, other bee. So I'll take care of these guys while I'm down here. Come outside. Come outside. I should check and see what I have available in terms of points. In the lurk, well, let's try to do something slow down. Both legs are covered in high shade meat. Well, I mean, you're going all in, Red. Well done. I refuse to acknowledge your statement, Red. Yeah, thanks. We were talking the other day, Ren and I. I don't remember whose idea it was, but naming hives after her friends. And I said, you know, this one's named Derek because it's on my ass. Oh, I forgot I can upgrade a tool now. Oh well. Yeah, I see you. Come on. If I could get to level 20 today, that'd be litty titty, as ever says. I think somebody wanted a copper nugget beetle. Thank you, Red. Beautiful addition to the song.